guys. Welcome to this week's Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence. I am your host, Miss Roni. This week we have a very special guest. We have Miss Jonneisha George. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone.
How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Well, we're going to start off, as always, with letting you take over and tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I am an artist. My artist name is Obsessed with Me. I sing. I have been singing for a long time. I reside in Atlanta, Georgia, so I'm out doing different things out there, going to different little showcases and everything whenever I can. And that's basically it. Trying to get my name out there.
I know the last time that we spoke, you told me that you was getting ready to do your first performance. So tell everybody about how was your experience as an independent artist doing your first performance?
It was very nerve-wracking, but I got through it. I prepared myself beforehand for that performance. But when I got out there, I was still kind of nervous. I'm into crystals and everything, so I brought one of my crystals with me, and I felt better. I see. It really, yes, it really gives you that peace. So I was holding it in my hand, and I felt like I did a really good job. One of the songs it kind of messed up on with the DJ and everything, but other than that, I really felt good and confident about that performance. So I'm ready to do more. I did another one actually, I think that same week. So probably 2 days after that. And it was good.
Mistake, however you would like to put it, that you next performance for that not to happen.
For the whole thing.
Yeah, what did you take away from the first performance that you incorporated into the second performance to make it better?
Well, the second performance, I didn't use music. I didn't use any background music. So the first performance, the DJ told me that, well, the mic messed up for one. So then I had to get another mic, which it didn't have the same sound. So I said, next time I'm just going to buy my own mic and just have my own mic that I can perform with. And also, I'm going to be more verbal next time, because I could have told the DJ, can you turn the sound down a little bit and turn my mic up so that way they can hear me singing versus hearing the music over me. Mm-hmm. So, and I think with the second performance, I was a little nervous about it being the same outcome, so I just didn't use the music. I just did it. I sung the song a cappella.
Okay. So I'm gonna get into this part. With you being an independent artist and learning the business, what has been the most challenging for you?
The most challenging would be getting supporters, trying to really get your music out there for different people to listen to. I think that's the biggest thing, probably with anybody. I was just looking at a video earlier this morning about getting my song to a Spotify playlist. So I've been looking into that. But other than that, it's just getting the supporters that you need to really boost your music to where you can get more listeners.
You want to submit before your music is on the playlist.
Yeah, I figured that out. I was like,
the longer the better. So if you know that you're getting ready to release some music, you know how long it takes to register everything. You have to have everything in order before you release it out. Some artists will wait till after to start doing the things that should have been done beforehand. So with Spotify, the longer that you can submit it to them and wait on to see if it's going to be playlisted, the better. Because I always tell people, in the year 2014 alone, Spotify had 2 billion new artists to enter the music industry. So that means there's a lot of damn music they have to listen to.
Mm-hmm. That is true. Yeah, so I was like, okay, I know I'm still learning a few things that I need to do absolutely before and after my music is put out.
Hmm. Well,
So
are you a writer too, or do you work with a writer?
I'm a writer, so I write my own music. I write everything. Um, the first song I ever wrote, I write everything from
So
beginning
what
to
is the
end,
most challenge as a writer?
trying to find words to go to the beat. That's the most challenging. I get most of the times, like my song Ride, it was easy for me to put words to that song because
What does every artist need? Press, 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 and more press. Music reviews, interviews, blog articles, press releases, the Blonde Intelligence video show, the Blonde Intelligence podcast, the Blonde Intelligence blog, Blonde Intelligence music reviews. Available on Pandora, Amazon Music, Apple, YouTube, and more. Social media blasts, build your EPK, expand your fan base, links to your press. For more information, visit blonde-intelligence.com.
the beat was easy. It was easy for me to relate to, I guess. So it was easy for me to put those words to that song. It's like I just felt that. But some other beats is harder. I have to really sit there and really write and rhyme my words together. And sometimes it comes out right. Sometimes I have to start over from scratch. So that's the hardest thing of being a writer. And some people would say you should get somebody to help you to write, but I'm really selfish. But maybe in due time.
Well, I actually interviewed um, a man named Rob Wells, and he is
Mhm.
like a super duper duper songwriter. And that's one of the things that he talked about when he was on the show was how he write a song and how he adds so much to it and take from it. And I told him to share his formula of him songwriting. And so he did.
Okay.
So, you know, the reason why I had him to do that, and people who write their own music, the reason why I ask about it is because some other people may be struggling in that area. And what you say could possibly help somebody else. So, with you being a songwriter, what advice would you give to other independent artists that are also songwriters?
Just write how you feel. Write from your heart. Find music or beats that you can relate to, that you can feel. And once you find that, you'll be able to write to anything. But just practice. Because I do that a lot. I write a lot. I don't just write music. I have a journal, so I write in my journal. Anytime I'm having thoughts, I go and either I put it in my phone or I write it down. And sometimes it turns out to be a poem or something that you can use to put to a beat. So just write. That's my best advice. Just write. Just write, write, write. And once you do that, you'll be fine. Even if you hear a song on the radio that somebody else already put words to, put your own words to it. You already have your melody. So just put your words to it. And that's to me that's the best way to do it.
Now, what would you do in a situation if somebody wanted to hire you to write for them? How would you do that? And they already have the music, and it may not be music that you feel spiritually connected to it. As a professional, how would you go about writing for another person?
I would do my best. I actually had someone ask me about that if I was willing to write for other people. And At first, I was like, no, because that's my music. But after I thought about it, I was like,
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Now you know that's what happened with Candy and Tiny. They didn't want to give up no scrubs. So are you sure?
yeah. After I thought about it, I was like, you know what? I can do it. I can write for someone, and then I can also write my own music, because what I'm writing for them might not necessarily be my story that I'm writing. So it can just, when you think about writing music, you're just writing. To me, writing and writing music and writing a book is basically the same thing. Like, you're telling a story, but you're you're not telling your story all the time. You're just making up a story and you're telling it, or you're singing about love, or you're singing about being happy or being angry, or however. You're just putting words to some music, and it's not necessarily personal all the time. So I thought
Okay.
about that. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
So tell me about your latest single. You said?
Well, actually, I released Mentally Scarred on April 21st.
Okay.
And that song was originally supposed to be a poem that I was going to perform, but I turned it into a song to the beat. I had my best friend, he makes beats, so I called him and I was like, look, I need this. I want it to sound like this. And he made it happen. He incorporated my singing bowl in there and he made it work. So I actually made it into a song and I released it on the 21st of April. And it's just about having someone that's there, but they're not fully hearing you. They're not listening to you the way that you want them to listen to you. Like, they hear you, but they don't really hear you. So
Hmm.
it's like, I'm trying, but I'm scarred mentally. You're not hearing what I'm saying, so I have to. It's time for me to let go, and it's a really beautiful song.
Okay. So what are you doing for promotion?
I promoted it on Instagram, Facebook.
Tell me about your music videos.
I've been working with a lot of different people and some equipment, and I have some things that are in the works that are going to be coming available soon. So just stay tuned for that.
Right? How are you using your social media during your downtime? So, say for instance, like you're in between singles, or you kind of like finished up a project and you're gonna get ready to release a new one. You haven't got to the promotion stage. What are you using, or how are you using social media to keep your fans engaged?
I I put out a few things, a few videos every now and then. I haven't been doing it as of lately, but I plan on getting back to it. Because of a process that I'm in right now, I can't really do the things that I want to do. But soon I'm gonna be posting videos of me singing. Um, my best friend, he's gonna play the piano, and we're gonna just do different songs to where he plays the piano, and I'm gonna sing songs that people know or that people don't know, just my own music, freestyle. We're gonna try to do a lot of that from the time that I can, probably sometime this month or next month, up until I put something else out. And I'm going to continue to do that, even with posting it on my YouTube. I feel like doing that, I'm going to be able to catch a lot of people's attention with my own vocals
Okay.
instead of just music that's been engineered and everything. So
Okay. Describe your style to me.
My style, honestly, I'm in between that. I to me, I feel like I need a live band behind me. I feel like I'm a live performer. I do well just hearing someone play and I sing to that. As far as having a beat and trying to put words to it is harder for me, which I feel is kind of crazy, but it's harder for me to do it to a beat. I can easily do it with
How do you feel about when your mommy go sing?
I feel good.
She makes you feel good. Do you think that your mama sound like an angel? Tell me how.
she said tell
Don't
her
be
how.
shy. Tell me how. Huh?
Say how you feel.
I feel happy.
You feel happy. What else?
That's it.
That's it. Do you be trying to sing like your mom when she be practicing around the house and she walking around? Do you be trying to hit the same notes that she hit? Do you? How do you do?
Good.
I heard that. All right. Well, thank you for coming, Mr. Mason.
Okay.
All right. Bye
Bye.
bye. I believe that in there too.
He acts shy sometimes, but he's not really shy.
So, are your children musical?
Um, I would say yes because he sings a lot, and my youngest she sings, but she sings basically YouTube songs and stuff. But I still hear her singing a lot, even if it's just row, row, row your boat or something like that. She sings, so they both really sing, and they both. Anytime I play my song, they're like, "I want to hear it again," and so they, from what I could tell, they like it.
Well, he said he love it. It makes him feel good. So
hmm
tell me this scenario. What if you needed to go on tour? Would you be one of the moms? Because they always talk about that women in the music industry can't be moms and also have a career. So would you be the mom that has the nanny and take the children with you? Or would you try to, I guess, focus your tour around in regions where family comes first?
Honestly, I think I would probably try to do both, depending on the time. So, say if it's like summer or like a break or something with them for school, I would probably just take them with me. Um, if it's not, then I would try to work around because I want to be there to help them with school, um, and things like that. I don't want to always be gone, so I want to I want to do that. But I feel like I have support from my family if I needed them. Um, so I think I would do both. I would do both. But as they get older, I would let them decide. The older they get to where they can really make effective decisions, I would let them decide on what they want to do.
Okay. In a perfect world, how would you structure a tour around having children? In a perfect world. Now we're not gonna make it as hard as we can because I was in a clubhouse room one time and they was like, if you was on a deserted island, what song would you listen to? You only could listen to one song. And I was
Wow.
like, okay. And so I was describing my island. It was like, no, we're on a deserted island. And I was like, you didn't say that we had to struggle for the rest of our life. I equate that with going
Exactly.
to hell. I'm not going to hell. So it's your perfect world, not my perfect world. Like he was trying to get me to struggle on that island. I don't want a person to have to rug it out if that ain't what they got to do.
Exactly. That's funny. But I think I would structure it around. I guess it would probably be holidays. So it would be probably around the first part of their schooling. You know, they have
Okay.
so many breaks around that time.
Because you know, tours don't work like that, right? When you do a tour, you might be booked for a tour a whole year in advance. And you might have 32 performances in 4 weeks.
Well, I guess they'll just have to come with me. And and you know
And
what?
that could be a possibility. That's the reason why I asked you that question. So tell me this. Let's just say they have all these different reality shows and everything. And as an independent artist, they might come up with this show about independent artists and your day to day life and da 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 about your music career. If you were approached for a show like that, do you actually feel that it would be beneficial for your career, or do you think that it would be a hindrance? And tell me why.
Oh, that is a good and hard question. um, I say it depends on the way the show is going or how they're trying to portray it because
But you won't know. Once it go to
I know
editing,
that's the thing. It's hard to say because I would want to, but at the same time, I wouldn't. I would want to because it would help me in my career. It would help get my name out there. Um, but I wouldn't want to because I wouldn't want to be made to look like a person that I'm not. And that's the hard part about it. You see so many reality shows, and it's like the people that are on there, you think it's scripted because of how they make people look. And that's my take on it. I think I would maybe try one time, and if it doesn't go the way that I plan or I think it will go, that would probably be the last show that I would ever do because I want people to know me for me.
the
I
last
want
one. Why the
that would
last?
probably be it. Unless I can know that it's gonna be a genuine show. It's not gonna be you trying to make me out to be someone I'm not. Then okay, I don't really like a lot of drama. Like I'm into spirituality and crystals and everything like that. I like to be calm and peaceful and happy. I don't like to deal with a lot of drama and other people's, you know.
I get saying you a white man, but you can.
I just don't want to deal with it. So I guess I'll try it one time, and if it works, then good. If it doesn't, mm-mm.
Okay. The question that I asked, I'm going to ask you. Tell me what liability that you had as an artist that you have turned around to make an asset.
Hmm. I'm not sure. Liability. I would probably say I look at it as a liability. Um, me being me not wanting to sing in front of other people. Yeah, I was at that point. It was to the point where I would go to the studio and it would be hard for me to even sing in front of the producer. So that's why I would say it was a liability. Um, I had to talk to myself and get myself to, you know, open up and stop being so shy, stop thinking about what people are going to think, stop worrying about how they're going to judge you. And it worked because now I'm willing to go out and sing in front of crowds. So that, to me, that was my liability. I was horrible with it. And people be like, well, you can sing. Why you don't want to? Well, it's not that easy. I don't know. I'm a Sagittarius, so we worry about people judging us. Like, we think about that a little bit, but I worked it out. I worked it out with myself. It took me a while to really get to that point, but especially with the studio. But I eventually got there, and I'm glad I got to that point.
Okay. So let's just say that you get to this point where you're seeking endorsements. As an artist, what do you think your brand would be able to sell, to put your face on, your name on? Do you think it would be like perfume, sheets, lingerie, sodas, wine? What do you think that your brand would be?
I think my brand would be like candles and blankets. I guess like comforter sets. I don't know. I feel like I'm very.
So you're gonna be
Martha Stewart. Huh?
You're just thinking Martha Stewart.
I guess so. What I think about, like body oils, but natural body oils, natural lotions, things like that, body butters. I could see me endorsing things like that as long as it's natural, because I use nothing but natural products. So as long as it's natural, I could see that, and especially because I have something, but yeah, I think some on the warmer side. I say that's me. So anything that makes you feel like butterflies inside or happy inside. You know, when you go get under your covers in your bed and you're just like, anything that makes you feel like that, I would say that's me.
Look, maybe you can take up for the My Pillow guy.
Maybe so.
Well, I'm glad. And I'm glad that you was able to, give some of your personality, let your fans know a little bit more about you beyond the music. And is there any last words? I say, is there? Blah, 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 blah. Are there any last words that you would like to give to everybody? Your social media handles, your latest single, where they can find it, your next performance, anything about you?
Well, my YouTube is...
Say your name first. Yeah.
Okay. Jonneisha George. I am Jonneisha George. I am known by Obsessed with Me. My Instagram and Facebook is Obsessed with Me. It's OBSESSED with NEE. YouTube is Jonneisha George. You can find me on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, basically everywhere, YouTube, and that's basically it.
And the name of the singles?
I have 3 singles that are out. One is Ride, the next one is So Many Ways, and the last one is Mentally Scarred.
All right. Yeah, I heard her. You can find her everywhere. And you can also find us on podcasts. You also can find us on YouTube, IGTV, and on Facebook. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye.
What does every artist need? Press, and more press. Music reviews, interviews, blog articles, press releases, the Blonde Intelligence video show, the Blonde Intelligence podcast, the Blonde Intelligence blog, Blonde Intelligence music reviews. Available on Pandora, Amazon Music, Apple, YouTube, and more. Social media blasts, build your EPK, expand your fan base, links to your press. For more information, visit blonde-intelligence.com.